It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Kansas City Chiefs. All that and more coming up next.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you to GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, happy to be with you. And CD, as we get this thing going, give the folks at home something to keep their eye on.
The running game for both teams, because I think this is going to be an old-fashioned, old-school type of a game. Physical, who wins up front, who runs the ball the best and controls the clock, they will come out the victor.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by their 5'11" quarterback from Wisconsin by way of NC State, and that's Russell Wilson.
And similar to his nickname, Russell Wilson has a dangerous mix of skills, the ability to throw from the pocket and extend plays and throw on the run. Not to mention an absolute winner. Usually has his team in the playoffs competing for Super Bowl opportunities.
Quickly to the air is Wilson. He gets it complete to Harris. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
First carry for Najee Harris. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain too.
And from the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. Now here's another carry for Harris. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It's George Karlaftis who fought his way through the line to bury him. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to get the football there as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
Here's the Chiefs offense for their first possession, and it's Patrick Mahomes at quarterback.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 38. In motion left comes Brown. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
To throw, it's Mahomes. This will be caught once again by Brown. They'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that 1st down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. Remember last time out, they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and they have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. It's brought in by Harris. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now Wilson on 1st down. He finds his man complete. It's Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. A short one there to Freiermuth. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Second down at 6 now from the 42. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
No surprise to see his sideline fired up by that big play. Heck, we're fired up, and we're supposed to be neutral. That's a quarterback putting his body on the line to fight and just barely get the first down. When he does something like that, it gets everyone ready to lay it all out there and try and match his intensity.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On second down, here's Wilson. A short one there to Freiermuth. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 3rd and 4 now.
And there's a completion to the tight end, and look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 13-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. A throw left side, caught by the tight end, Freiermuth. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2nd and 5 from the 8. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Wilson. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Steelers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And Hardman going to go ahead and sit on this one as it'll come out to the 25. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Mahomes now to throw. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. The Chiefs will try and get to the line quickly. Mahomes now on first down. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here's Matt Araiza now. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Steelers taking over now late in this first half. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24. Now Wilson. Complete to Austin here over the middle. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
First down, Steelers.
Here's Wilson. Taken down, a Chiefs sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Well, obviously the pass rush gets the glory and the statistics on this play, but the coverage, they deserve a ton of credit too. Denied open windows, erased the quarterback's targets one by one everywhere he looked, Someone was covered. Only a matter of time before someone got there to bring him down.
So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. This has been a hard-fought battle thus far. Just the one touchdown to this point is still anybody's game at 7-0, as both of these defenses have been out there trying to one-up one another.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
Come on, baby, rock and roll.
Chris Boswell.
Just the that first half, 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. But Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter. Scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been...
And he lost the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills,
Yep.
and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. From the 21, here's 2nd and 5. His hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Back to throw. Fields. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. George Karlaftis able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. And you get the feeling, Charles, yeah, he's got the 2 sacks now, but he may get more here. We've still got a quarter and then some to go.
And the way that he is playing this game, it reminds me of one of the best golfers in the world who can use every club in the bag and make a great shot. That's what he's doing with his pass rush moves right now, showing a little bit of everything. They have no way of stopping him.
So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the offense is going to break through here. We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Mahomes now on 1st down. And he got blown up up on that play. Back at the 20. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Buying time to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hopkins. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened on that play. Forced to his left, still able to accurately throw it downfield for a completion.
First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
Good for our Kansas City Chiefs.
Throwing now is Mahomes. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. A big play there for KC. 46 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Here's Pacheco once again. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are back within a score.
No touchdowns for them in the first half, but their defense kept them in this ball game. So now, maybe this can loosen them up a little, because they played tight so far, and they get right back in it with a touchdown run.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter, despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see. Equalizer here on this drive. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. There was the safety blitz. He ultimately did the job, and they're going to credit him with a sack. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Fields. Completes this one to Pickens. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards there on the catch and run. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46. To throw is Fields. He finds Austin complete. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. We're back now in KC. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. They hand this off to Harris. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Nick Bolton there on the tackle.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage.
And this is going to be intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
Eluding the press, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. George Karlaftis in there to get him yet again. That is his third sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Fields. This is caught. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Harris.
Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steele.
We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Here we go, a big play and a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal. They're going for it. This is Harris. And this winds up a disaster, nowhere near the marker. They're turned away on 4th and goal. The ball's going to be going back to the Chiefs. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop him. I like the confidence he shows.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside. Probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
1st down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play. Mahomes going to throw. Steps away to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
That's big Cameron Hayward adding another sack to his career total.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Meanwhile, Mahomes throw complete here to his receiver Brown.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right.
And that one into the hands of Brown downfield. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout.
Forced out to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. An incomplete completion, now a short pickup. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, you got to get to the line of scrimmage quickly, get set up, and aim downfield.
Third down and goal coming up here.
Yellow.
Mahomes.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. Dancing to his left. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Charles. Late in the fourth quarter to take this lead.
And normally you're really excited if your offense has the ball late in the game. But I think this crew is really excited to have their defense go back out there because they haven't surrendered a point in the fourth quarter yet. They've helped make this comeback possible with their defensive play. Now they get a chance to finish this game off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
So now the Steelers down by 4, 44 seconds to go. They've surrendered a double-digit lead but can rescue themselves late as they come up on first down. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw complete to Freiermuth.
The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter play.
Now Fields.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Fourth down. Fields has to have this one. That's going to be caught. It's Austin.
But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. So that one hurt. No timeouts left. Look at where the ball is on the field, Charles. I don't know if the fat lady's singing yet, but she's starting to hum a little bit, isn't she?
You think she's doing scales at this point? I don't think there's any doubt about it, but they had to go for it. In this situation, with their timeout situation as well, they had to take the chance, try and get it done. They didn't. Now they're powerless to stop them, essentially.
They need a big play somehow from their defense.
Another run on second down, trying to cover up.
He's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
before retreating to an excellent game today, capped off by that second-half comeback. This was a joy to watch.
Entertaining for us, not so much to the team who led at halftime and now is leaving here. Know that they let a win slip through their fingers. Tough one for them to carry home.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gault. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Arrowhead.